Welcome to Bullying in Schools, a valuable lesson, with each strip providing useful information. All the information presented in this video can be found at the stopbullying.gov website. Let's begin with the simple question of what is bullying? First off, bullying is a behavior that is unwanted by the student that is being bullied. It is not easy to recognize when someone feels bullied, so we must be sensitive of other people's feelings. Rule of thumb, treat others the way you want to be treated. Bullying is also recognized as an imbalance of power. Students who bully use their power without regard for the feelings of others. Using physical strength against another is one type of imbalance. And the last defining characteristic is that bullying is a repeated behavior. Bullying rarely stops of its own volition. Bullying behaviors happen more than once and continue and continue. Now we move on to the second part of the lesson, the danger of using labels. Avoid using labels. There are unintended consequences of labeling a student as a bully or labeling a student as a victim. You see, when we label a student as bully or victim, we send a message that the child's behavior cannot change. Refer to them as the child who bullied. There are damaging connotations that come with both terms. Now, instead of labeling the children, just label the behavior. A victim does not have to stay a victim for the rest of their lives. The danger with labels is that they often become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Now, where can bullying take place? And where can you expect to find bullying? Inside schools is the first place that comes to mind when we think about bullying locations. At schools is where all teenagers and youngsters spend most of their time together. And bullying does happen in all schools around the world. The next place where bullying can take place is online. And the fact is that it is easier to threaten and insult someone from behind a computer compared to a face-to-face confrontation. Online bullying brings a larger audience. From within the school walls, the hallways are a frequent location for bullying. Hallways are a place where students who are not in class with one another get to interact with each other. Some of these interactions are planned and unpleasant. Walk with a friend if you do not feel safe in the hallway. The next place you might find bullying is in the bus. First off, school bus drivers are too busy to watch after students and drive the bus at the same time. Many times, students are left to fend for themselves. Next, there are a couple more hotspots located within the school. The first hotspot is the cafeteria. The cafeteria is often a place of isolational bullying, where students bully another by segregating them from the group. The second hotspot mentioned here is the playground. The playground is very similar to the cafeteria. The playground can be a lonely place for both male and female students. There are usually not many rules in place at the playground. Now, there are a number of different roles that children take on during bullying. Let's begin with the child who bullies. Children who bully usually bully more than one student, and the behavior can frequently escalate. Often, these students require support to change their behavior. Next up, the child who is bullied. These children are the targets of the bullying behavior. Sometimes, these children may need help learning how to respond to bullying. These students often require support. Next, the bully's reinforcer. They are not directly involved in the bullying behavior, but they give the bully an audience. They will often laugh or provide support. Next up, the defenders of the victims. These children actively comfort the child being bullied and may come to the child's defense when bullying occurs. And we move on to the bystanders. These children remain separate from the bullying situation. They neither reinforce the bullying behavior nor defend the child that is being bullied. The next role is the bully's helper. These children may not start the bullying or lead the bullying behavior, but they serve as an assistant to children who are bullying. Most children take part in many different roles throughout their life. Some kids are both bullied and bully others. Now, when a child is perceived as different, they may be at higher risk of being bullied. The first group specifically at risk of being bullied is the disabled. Children with disabilities and other special health needs may be at a higher risk of being bullied. The fact is, they often cannot defend themselves, and that makes them a target. Next up, children may be specifically targeted based on their religion. For example, Jewish boys who wear yarmulkes, Muslim girls who wear headscarves, and boys who wear turbans are targeted because they are more easily identified. Students who are Christian and Catholic may be bullied under the right circumstances as well. LGBT, which stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender. LGBT youth are at an increased risk of being bullied. If someone is using offensive words in place of those words, they are in the wrong. Lastly, students may be specifically targeted based on race or nationality. It is not clear how often kids get bullied because of their race, ethnicity, or national origin, but the research is still growing. We must be careful of the cultures of other people. Moving on to the different types of bullying. First up, physical bullying. Physical bullying involves hurting a person's body or possessions. Physical bullying includes hitting, kicking, pinching, spitting, pushing. Next up, a type of bullying not well recognized: relational bullying. Relational bullying, sometimes referred to as social bullying, involves hurting someone's reputation or relationships. It includes leaving someone out on purpose, telling other children not to be friends with someone, or embarrassing someone in public. And lastly, verbal bullying. Verbal bullying includes teasing, name-calling, inappropriate sexual comments, taunting, or even threatening to harm someone. Moving on to indicators that a child is being bullied. First up, a child who is bullied may have inability to sleep. Children may not be able to get a good night's sleep because they are thinking about previous incidents of being bullied. There is also the possibility that a child will suffer from nightmares due to traumatic bullying experiences. The next indicator to look for is missing electronics. Students who are bullied are often robbed for their electronics. Injuries on a child are another indicator of students being bullied. Physical bullying is one type of bullying, and physical bullying can manifest itself in real injuries. Long-term bullying can lead to a decline in school grades. Students who are bullied at school may deliberately miss class because of a bully. Students who are bullied will want to stay under the radar academically. And lastly, and most importantly, depression. Depression is a clear indicator of being bullied. Bullying can have a severe and damaging effect on a child's self-image. So to review, be on the lookout for these indicators of bullying when you see them. And our last strip in the video, be more than a bystander. First off, whether you're an adult or a child, set a good example. Be the person to reach out to a new student that maybe doesn't have any friends. Show others your kindness and offer up your friendship as well. Now, in the case that you witness bullying, tell a trusted adult. That trusted adult can come in the form of a teacher. It can also be a parent, school counselor, principal, coach, but it must be someone that you trust. Next, do not give the bully an audience. Most of the time, students bully others to make themselves look better, so they are looking for an audience. Don't be that audience for the bully. Lastly, when it comes to the student being bullied, be their friend. The students who are being bullied are the ones who need our support. We need to focus our energies on them. At this time, I would like you to please like this video, please share this video, and more importantly, please subscribe to the channel and find out more by checking out the website stopbullying.gov.